Sterling Holmes of Fansided, joined it now by running back legend and all around good dude, Warrick Dunn. Warrick, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding. And I love the partnership that you have because this partnership that you have right here with Smirnoff, I actually had a little bit last night. It was delicious in an espresso martini. But for football's biggest weekend, Smirnoff, the official vodka of the NFL, knows the tailgate has to go bigger, bolder, and longer than ever before. Can you talk a little bit more about this partnership you have?
Well, no, it's a great partnership with Smirnoff, where we're just really engaging fans, building relationship, and it's also a great drink. And they're going to have the longest tailgate in like Super Bowl history, where it's a 60-foot truck, and we're going to have different cocktails, but also it's a chef that's going to be having some definitely Louisiana type food there. So fans should come out and really enjoy themselves. But most importantly, they get to engage. They get to engage not just with myself, but Vernon Davis, Chris Long, he'll be out there, and other guys will be out there, and just have opportunity to really just have a great time. Just to enjoy each other, have a great time, enjoy some cocktails, but most importantly, we have to be responsible, drink responsibly. We can have a great time, but we got to take this is a good opportunity to come together, right? And as you like you say, you had your nice little drink last night. I mean, you felt good and you did it responsibly. I just think we all have to have that mindset, but it's opportunity to come together and just really great cocktails and great time and build relationships with individuals.
100%. Absolutely love that right there. I do want to talk about you and how you burst into the NFL winning Rookie of the Year. How were you able to make that transition and make it so smooth?
Well, I was running for my life early on. My rookie year came in, and when I was being at the combine and so forth, Coach Dungy asked me, why should we draft you? I said, Coach, you like touchdowns? You like touchdowns? I can do that. I can do that. So, I just think I picked up, but because I was small, I got drafted, I was 170 some pounds. It was just like most people didn't believe that I could do it. And I had to prove that I can run and play. And I just made some explosive plays throughout the year. But the Bucks at that time were on the rise, right? It had a great defense. They put an offense together, and we just really started to come together. And that really helped me, just having those guys push me to be the best that I can be and believing in me as well. So I'm thankful Coach Dungy gave me that opportunity.
I know you were also an emergency quarterback at some point in your NFL career. What was that like?
Well, I did play quarterback in high school, and I used to throw halfback passes in college and so forth. So, hey, if anything was ever to happen, then I could go and line up at QB. And I'd have been the Michael Vick early in life.
Yeah.
I would have been, just like a little scat back at quarterback and running and throwing. So, but it's just it's a backup plan, and I'm just happy that I never ever had to really follow through with that.
Oh, come on. It'd be fun one time.
Well,
One time.
the thing is, people would have said, "Could I even see over the line?" The line would, at the snap, I was small,
Yeah.
5'8", 5'9", behind these guys are 5'10", 11, 6 foot tall. I'd had to jump up to throw the ball.
I do want to speak it's a little college with you real quick here. What are your thoughts on on the NIL and the college landscape? And by the way, what the heck happened to Florida State?
Well, let me just start off with Florida State. It's transition. You win a championship, NIL, guys get in the portal, a lot of turnover. You fall down. We're going to see how they respond and get back up this coming year. So, but I think the transfer portal plays a lot in that. And the NIL is just impacting football overall in college, because guys can, if they don't like something, they just get up and leave. They don't want to be there. If you challenge them to be the best that you can be, they leave. And it needs to be some parameters around it, because I want guys to make some money, but they can't just live for today. You got to think about their future and the things that they want to accomplish long term. So I just think, it needs to have some parameters around it, but NIL is a benefit. We just got to make sure they're able to maximize that when they're thinking about their futures, because you're supposed to be in college to get a degree, not just to play the sport. You got to figure out what you're going to do, because football is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to play at the pro level, 10, 12 years. So on average, what is 3 years that guys play? So what are you going to do for the rest of your life? So you need to make sure you have a plan. And that's going to college to get that degree, because I was the first in my family to graduate from college.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, and that was my goal. My mom, my grandmother had a 3rd grade education. My mom didn't graduate. So I wanted to set the example for my family, is that, education is important. Be the first in my family to get that degree. And that's what I wanted to do before anything else. Before I would go to the National Football League, I stayed an extra year so I can get my degree. And then, you can go and live your life, figure out your path.
That's incredible. That's an incredible story right there. Staying an extra year. I don't think many guys are doing that in this current landscape of college.
Well, today in college, they're staying extra years, because they're just like, well, if I can make it all in NIL, I'm gonna stay 5, 6, 7 years in college. So it's a little different. It's a little different. But back then though, you got to think, when I was coming out, guys they're trying to get to the NFL ASAP, because they're trying to make money. But I just said, hey, I haven't had money 22 years in my life, 21 years. What's another year?
Good point.
Yeah. So I just wanted to be the example, for my younger brothers and sisters.
When you look at the current landscape of the running back market in the NFL, right? It had its highs, it had its peaks, and then you had a little bit of it's a roller coaster, if you will. But Saquon, Barkley, and Derrick Henry are almost taking the entire running back market, putting it on their shoulders and bringing that thing back up. What have you taken away from the current landscape of running backs in the NFL? The evolution of the running back being more of a pass catching back, which actually you were a very good pass catcher in your time in the NFL as well. But what have you taken away from that landscape?
Well, I just think, the way the game is today, you need a balance. You need to be able to not just do one, but do both, right? And Derrick Henry is more of a runner than he is a receiver. He can still catch the ball, but that's his thing is downhill. And he's a part of the offense that likes to control the line of scrimmage. And today, football is just different. So Saquon actually fits into, hey, let me get on the outside, on the edge. I can make guys miss in space and make big plays. And the game is just transition, because, back then I had to run downhill inside, and we focused on controlling the line of scrimmage. And it wasn't, hey, I can get on the edge and do things by myself. No, you got to run inside, and I had to read and help my linemen and those things. I think the game is just transition a little bit, where more guys are great in space, and they don't tackle like we used to tackle back in the day. So, the game has changed a little bit, but it's fun and exciting, because you see potential in a lot of guys, a lot of opportunity, but it's just a matter of, can I be consistent week in and week out doing that? And that's probably the biggest thing. And, Saquon and so forth, they're doing a really good job of being consistent. And this year is really like the first year. Saquon is just really, he exploded. Derrick Henry's been doing it year in and year out of just being a consistent bruiser, downhill runner. But Saquon really has taken that step forward, and I'm proud of him. I'm happy he's excelling.
Yeah, him without Eagles offensive line is a very dangerous game. It's going to be dangerous for KC on Sunday. I see you're rocking green right there. Is that little foreshadowing there, Warrick? Are you going to roll with the Eagles? Or who do you think is winning this one?
No, you know what? I don't like the Eagles. They stopped me from going to Super Bowl at least twice. So I can't stand the Eagles. I can't stand them. You just caught me on the day where I'm gonna wear my colors now. This ain't got nothing to do with the Eagles today, but really, I just want to see a good game. I mean, I think everybody, Kansas City's been there. Everybody wants to see someone different because they've been there the last few years, and people are going to be pulling for the Eagles. I cannot pull for the Eagles because they stopped me from winning the Super Bowl a couple of times. So I wasn't able to go. So I can't. I'm just going to watch the game, enjoy it, be a fan of the game. That's the best I can be.
Absolutely love that. Warrick Dunn, again, one more time, Warrick, your great partnership with Smirnoff. One more time, what all is going on this Super Bowl weekend?
Well, I appreciate that. I would love to invite everyone out to the longest tailgate probably in Super Bowl history with Smirnoff. They're having a tailgate on Canal Street. They can go to Smirnoff.com to find out more information, but it's just going to be food. We're going to engage each other, have a great time. I'm going to have Vernon Davis, Chris Long, a lot of the guys coming out, just to have a great time, enjoy each other, build relationships, make connections and those things. But most importantly, what I tell people, we have to be responsible. We're going to all have cocktails and having a great time, but we got to drink responsible and take care of each other. And that's what we do at Smirnoff.
Warrick, I really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Don't work too hard now.